She's no longer investigating corruption. She's manufacturing chaos and calling it journalism. When every story centers around destroying someone else's credibility, you're no longer a reporter. You're a political weapon. Mark 8:36 says, "What profits a man to gain the world and lose his soul?" Candace Owens has recently gained a lofty title. She has the most popular and/or the #1 podcast in the world. But to what end? What did she have to do to climb the charts? Who did she have to tear down in the process? Who did she have to blame in the process? Who did she have to tar and feather and insinuate diabolical things about in the process? Pretty much everyone, because according to Candace Owens, she has proof that Charlie was betrayed by everyone. I mean, I don't know, y'all. It's hard for me to understand what's really going on here. She was once, and you know this, a respected journalist. But she's now become a jaded hit woman. And I'm asking this question often, it seems. At what point are we going to investigate Candace Owens and her husband, George? Because evidently she had some good reasons. Yeah, she had some good reasons to potentially want to see the demise of Charlie Kirk, maybe because she wasn't able to be prominent on TPUSA platforms. Maybe she was upset after Charlie got married because her relationship with Charlie began to dwindle because, you know, Charlie fell in love with Erica, got married and had 2 children. I mean, at some point, I think it's safe to say if we're going to follow this pattern of just asking questions, at some point we have to ask that question. And so the sad truth is this: she's not empowering anyone. She's exploiting fear, fracturing the conservative movement, and profiting off of the turmoil that she creates. I want to show you this video clip that was recently released from the Tim Pool platform. Take a look at this.
You and Candace would be fighting for the grifties.
Oh, I can't beat her. Come on. Bridget McCrone is a man.
That's what I was wondering. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, so this is hard-hitting journalism here that you're telling me a foreign leader just so happens to have a phallus? Like, this is, what am I supposed to, like, what am I supposed to do with this information as a viewer?
I mean, he has a point. I mean, at the end of the day, if it comes out that Brigitte is a man, what are we going to get out of this? I mean, to what end? To what end? I mean, of course, we don't want a person walking around fronting to be something that they're not. I get that part. But at the end of the day, how is it going to impact Americans here on our soil? How? It's not. Matter of fact, the ideology of what's being pushed in France through, you know, the insanity of gender, you know, there's 72 different genders in the world and counting. It didn't work in America this past election cycle. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz both lost immensely because they failed to understand and to sense what Americans were sick and tired of. They don't want the insanity of gender. Americans don't want the insanity of gender pushed upon them constantly. We're tired of the pronouns. We're tired of all of these woke labels and titles. People are tired of it. And so this gentleman is right. To what end? I mean, is this hard-hitting journalism now? Or is it just pretty much Jerry Springer 2.0? Watch.
Like, it's not America First. It's not America Only. It's not MAGA. It's not right wing. It's not conservative. It's not politics. It is just straight up National Enquirer, which leads to my next point. Yeah. Candace Owens is the Oprah for malls. Okay, so malls is my term for middle-aged white women. So you got a bunch of these middle-aged white women who sitting at home, who are just now getting red pill, right? So instead of going to Alex Jones, who I believe Candace Owens is being used to just drown out, like we haven't heard from Alex, right? But because Candace Owens has basically put a cloud over his name, but she comes in and now she's the new tinfoil person because she's more palatable. She's a mother. She speaks so well, and she was well connected to this whole conspiracy around. So she's the new Oprah that these women go to for drama.
It's true crime.
Yeah, drama.
It's
drama.
That's it. Drama. Brigitte Marcon, however you say the name, I mean, is a quote unquote man. I mean, it's drama. At the end of the day, it's drama. What are we going to gain from this? He's right. It's not America First. It's not MAGA. It's not going to deal with real issues in America like affordability and the steady increase of inflation and bringing down the debt ceiling and making homes affordable. Okay, it does nothing with that. It doesn't. Okay, it doesn't mobilize and unite the conservative base. It doesn't. And we've seen this take place multiple times with her current day antics, focusing on things that are going to intentionally divide our base. And it's not good. It's not good, nor is it healthy, nor is it building up the conservative movement. What it's doing is dividing us. I mean, running on this campaign of, anti-Christian Zionism. And if you believe in Judeo-Christianity, it's a scam and you're a shield for Israel and blah, 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 blah. I mean, just dividing us. And this is not what Charlie Kirk stood for. Charlie had no problem speaking up for himself. He didn't mince words. He was direct. He said what he had to say about Israel. I mean, he has a book coming out recently on, I think it's coming out on December 10th, talking about keeping the Sabbath. I mean, Charlie was very much so dialed into Israel. Did he worship Israel? No. Do I worship Israel? No. But I worship the God of Israel. I understand the implications of the covenant that God made with them. I do understand that if Israel and or Jewish people reject Jesus as Lord and Savior, hey, they're going to hell. I mean, that's just true. You can't make it to heaven rejecting the Messiah. I believe all that. But Candace Owens is steadily dividing us. See, Candace's rebrand from truth teller to trauma peddler is clear. She used to market herself as a fearless journalist. Now she's chasing algorithm clicks by feeding emotional fantasies to disaffected white suburban moms. Hence the question, is Candace the new Oprah for middle-aged white women? And how a serious, respected journalist became a jaded hit woman overnight. Her brand shifted from investigator to performer, and the audience changed with her. The Oprah parallel that we see here, minus the substance. Oprah built her empire by, in her own words, empowering her audience. Even though Oprah had some feminism in her, and I'm anti-feminism, I'm against that. But I do understand that women have their rightful place in society and that we shouldn't be misogynistic against them. I agree with that. But Candace Owens is building her platform by inflaming her audience and not empowering them. Oprah offered what she called transformation. Candace offers outrage packed as revelation. She's become a lifestyle influencer for middle-aged white women who want to feel in the know about global conspiracies. Everyone today wants to feel like they're in the know. I'm in the know. I know this information. I have details. I have information that no one has. I have the tea. Spill the tea. Drink the tea. Sip the tea. Do whatever you want to with the tea. Everybody wants the tea, but few people want the truth. See, God has not called us Christians. You Christians out there, get a load of this. God has not called us to tea. He's called us to the truth. See, this thing right here, the Bible, the basic instructions before leaving earth. We're called to the truth, not to the tea. Do you hear what I'm saying? Are y'all listening? If you're listening, like this episode right now, share it, and subscribe to my channel. Let me get back to this. See, victimhood as a business model, that's what we're seeing here. Almost every scandal now centers back on her, Candace Owens. Assassination plots, global forces after me. Everyone is betraying me. It's about me, and more of me. Less of you, less of the legacy of Charlie, less about Erica Kirk and her role now as the CEO, less about TPUSA and many of the friends that Candace once had. Less of that, but more about Candace. And now this new thing about some threats against her. So now we should feel bad about this jaded hit woman who's assassinating the character of everyone around her, and especially the legacy of Charlie Kirk. She claims to reject victimhood while monetizing it harder than anyone on the right. How does that work? The pivot from journalist to hit woman is clear. Instead of reporting, she's target selecting friends, allies, and public figures. She's no longer investigating corruption. She's manufacturing chaos and calling it journalism. When every story centers around destroying someone else's credibility, you're no longer a reporter. You're a political weapon. Her audience shifts, tells the story. It does. Her audience shift tells the story after every episode is watched. Her current core audience is upset suburban women, disillusioned conservative moms, and people who want emotional comfort wrapped in sensationalism, people who want the tea. She's feeding people feelings and not facts. She's the new Oprah. If Oprah were angry, conspiratorial, and constantly warring with her own friends, who's to say that she would have made it to the billionaire that she became? But this has become the new shtick for Candace Owens, to be Oprah 2.0 with a hint of Jerry Springer in there. She's not elevating the movement, the conservative movement. She's fragmenting it. Real journalists build cohesion. Grifters build chaos for personal gain. Every fight she starts weakens the conservative coalition. Every accusation she throws without evidence splinters MAGA further. She's become a liability dressed as a thought leader. See, the emotional manipulation is the point. She speaks directly to insecurity and fear, especially among middle-aged white women who feel unheard. She validates their anxieties, then weaponizes that loyalty to push whatever feud she's currently waging. It's not leadership, my friends. It's not. It's emotional puppeteering. A reputation squandered she has. She squandered her reputation, a good one that she had at that. She had real credibility. She did, until she traded it for clicks and chaos. So sad. There's a difference between exposing corruption and creating drama to stay relevant. At this point, she's burning bridges faster than she can build audiences. And it takes spiritual discernment to be able to see what's going on. Let me know what you think, my friends, below in the comment section. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I weak or am I strong? God bless you and God bless America. Do me a big favor. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you.